It's hot. It's so hot. I mean, when you live in my state, there's a social contract. You deal with all the rain in exchange for not having like a 105-degree day. Okay, I know some of you deal with 105 all the time, but I don't live where you live. I demand a word with management. This is not what I signed up for.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Well, a couple weeks ago I bought a couple blasters off the shelf, and I started with the Interceptor first. Was so profoundly underwhelmed by its performance that I opened it up, and I'm in the process of giving it the modification once-over. But I figured I'd take a break from the 105-degree whatever we hit today in my almost equally as hot garage where I do my work to take a look at the other blaster that I bought. Can Air Warriors give me 2 lemons in a row? The Air Warriors Monorail is currently making the rounds on the internet as the monorail has hit the shelves. As you know, it is a shotgun style 6-shot. I guess we're going to call it a conveyor belt fed internal magazine shotgun. Its functioning for being an actually really unique blaster, its functionings are actually quite simple. And I think the process is we're going to take a look at the things that I like about the blaster out of the box, things I'm not wild about out of the box. We'll do the usual science on it, and I'll kind of give you my final take, if you will, about my thoughts about the Air Warriors Busby monorail thing. The monorail comes with a box. The monorail also comes with 12 long-distance darts. Reminds me of Cleveland. So what makes the monorail unique amongst blasters is that it has this internal conveyor belt loading mechanism system. And it has, to go along with its unique system, a very unique way of loading darts in through the back end. The darts just slide in. The first dart goes in very easily, and then after that, like aspects of the conveyor belt system, now that there are darts in the mechanism, and as you're pushing darts 5 and 6 in, you're pushing the other darts physically down the conveyor belt system. It is not easy to get in darts 2, 3, and 4, and considerably much more difficult to put in darts 5 and 6. Okay, but we do have all 6 darts into the system, right? The system is exactly what you would expect. Prime and then shoot. Very nice prime, by the way. And it shoots. Alright, very exciting. Oh no! Oh no, what happened? We don't know, but good thing you got a jam door. Let's take a look, shall we? Can we see? Yep, there's definitely a dart in there. Why it didn't come out, we don't know. There's a piece of plastic in the way. I don't know how we're gonna get that dart out. Oh, that's how we're gonna get it out. You can push this guy forward and then extricate your dart, sort of. Only partially. Ah, man, I would hate to have to do that on the battlefield. Jam is clear. It's prime, but I don't think there's anything actually. Yeah, okay, so let's try it again. That one shot well. That one shot well. Shot. Well, is this our last one? Yeah, it's our last one. Yeah. Alright, so I'm glad I had a chance to record it on camera. I've run 30 or 40 darts through this system using the provided darts plus some of my own. And it is... It's problematic in a couple of regards. I'm going to talk to you about the 3 things I like, the 3 things I don't like before we look at how it performed outside versus Crony. So let's start with things that I like. First of all, the look. I mean, other folks who reviewed it seem to like its looks. I like its looks as well. It is a LARPing dream. Looks like something that you would see in real life to a certain extent. A good paint job will take this to a whole nother level. There is no need for this transparent top. You can't see all the darts in it. You don't know how it's loaded. So why would you need the transparent top? Painting it, I don't think is going to be a huge problem. So the first thing, of course, is its aesthetics. It's visually pleasing to the eye. Second thing I like about this, like I like with the Interceptor, is it's an adult-ish sized blaster. The priming handle is adult sized. The pistol handle is not without fault, but so not the Interceptor handle. So not the Interceptor handle. So as far as like comfort is concerned, yeah, this is a blaster that you can have fun with. It's not going to be, it doesn't pretend to have a stock that will fit an adult. So as far as like range of motion and how you would actually play with it is concerned, this feels comfortable. So the third thing I like about it, even though I think it's also one of its strongest flaws, is that I appreciate attempts at innovation. So the third thing I like about it is they went out and they tried something different. They've subjected it to market. We're going to see how the market responds to it. The conveyor belt system is problematic in a number of ways. I've had a number of jams, both as you've seen on, and I've also had them off camera. I also have darts that are tending to fishtail upon leaving the, not fishtail, rooster tail, upon leaving the barrel. So there's something fundamentally problematic, and I've seen a couple other reviews talk about its propensity to jam. So looking at it and messing around with it is cool, but if it fails you when like chips are on the table, you've been warned. God, man, did I move out of things that I like and into things that I don't like? I think I'm going to move into 3 things that I think are problematic with the blaster. Number 1, of course, is the handle. This has been mentioned by a couple of other people online. 90% of this is great. It's just that when we have that little notch there where your middle finger goes, and you can't help but notice as you're holding this that your middle finger is uncomfortably being pinched in that little whatever you want to call that. Everything is grand. Everything is grand except for that right there. That is very uncomfortable. Not because, I mean, if this was a digit here, that'd be one thing, but my knuckle is right here. And that's like right now, everybody's trying to figure out how they can remove as much material as they can to make this a better grip. The handle is, it's like, it's so close. It's so close. Somebody should have grabbed this and said, let's make one more tweak to it, 5 minutes on a 3D program, and then you get the problem solved. But it's almost as if nobody with an adult-sized hand grabbed that and recognized that that was what was going on. So the second thing about the blaster I find problematic that I've already talked about is its loading. And the loading is, there are like a couple of issues with the loading. If this is something that someone would want to try to run in a war, like let's say that I'm scared to death to open this thing. I'm afraid that its mechanism for advancing darts, when I open it up, is just going to explode everywhere and I won't be able to put it back together again. The conveyor belt system has what I think is a fundamental problem. I'm going to demonstrate it to you. So we put in a dart. Okay, let's say that this is a full internal magazine of darts. Okay, so we pull the trigger and then we fire. Now, this dart has been advanced 1. Okay, so let's just go ahead and fire 1 more. Now this dart has been advanced 2. Oh, hey, look, I've got a minute. I'm going to load a dart. Okay, so I shoot. Yay, I'm having fun. Shoot. Let's see here. Probably shoot. Yeah, I got 1 more. So this is my dart that I loaded, and there it goes. Okay. Now in my mind, I went and I scavenged a dart and I put it in. Conventionally, you'll see where I'm going with this. Conventionally, you're thinking, oh, I've got another dart. Oh no, wait, I don't. Because the conveyor belt system didn't advance it 2. It didn't advance the dart to fill the extra space. It only advanced it far enough. I mean, it didn't advance it at all. It's just advancing it with each shot. So that dead space in there exists. So when we're out on the battlefield and we're scavenging darts or we're loading up our hoppers or whatever mechanism that we're using, like if we use a revolver, we kind of know where we need to put the darts to keep the stream of ammunition going, and if we use a hopper, we know it just drops straight down. Same with an RSCV. But this guy, unless, right, the way that you fix that is, if you know you have fired 2 out of here already, and you know you can put 2 back in here, right, then the second dart you put in, push the next dart down. And if you do have a gap in the system and you know where that gap is, you could conceivably close it again, close that gap again with another dart. And then you can plug in those gaps. Honestly, I'm not going to keep track of where gaps are in the system, and I can't shake the darts down. They are locked into their conveyor belt place by design, I suspect. So the delivery system, while cool and unique, and I applaud them for trying something different, I just think creates problems that have never existed before that I've had to worry about whether or not my internal magazine is properly feeding darts. We're used to an internal magazine that has a spring-driven pusher that just pushes darts into the breech, and now all of a sudden we have a conveyor belt system that locks it in, and the only way that we can advance a dart internally is to get another dart pushed in the back. So number 3 is performance. I have a problem with a dart that out of the box can't shoot 6 darts without wild rooster tailing or with jamming. This thing is supposed to perform 6 darts in, 6 darts out. And for every 6 times I went through with 36 darts, every 6 times, 5 of those 6 times, a dart came out not designed to specs. And so when I take you to the range, I think you're going to see a couple of those. And the range. You're going to see how the performance of this guy has problems. Alright, I'm going to try this again. I've followed the instructions. I've loaded my 6 darts. It's time to prime and then shoot and see what happens. Haha. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, so the prime. Hey, that time it actually loaded. That's exciting. So that one kind of had a little bit of a... Look at that, that's actually really super consistent. And then there's one that takes off. Did a pretty good job. So, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Here I am over on the side shooting crony stuff, and it's averaging like 68, 69 consistently. And like every once in a while I get something in the mid 50s. I'm like, hey, it's you know, performing consistently. You probably can't see that. You probably can't see that. It is literally jammed up into here. And because the jam door is all the way down here, it's useless for clearing out anything that happens in here. I can't load darts in here, and I haven't gotten this dart out of here yet. And I didn't do anything but shoot darts through the crony. It's not even like I was outside doing anything. You know, there are those times in gaming when something happens and I just hit the oh hell no button. I am so through with whatever it is that's happening. I just want it to be done. Usually results in me throwing a grenade. Ah, isn't that magical? Ah, yeah. So like, why do I? Let me amend what I don't like about this on my 3 criticisms. Is there's if, heaven help you, anything gets lodged in the conveyor belt system. Like, this is not going to help you if the dart is, I can't get any further than that, I can't, oh my God. So, the Busby Air Warrior Monorail. Oh, if you got a monorail, check out the darts. The conveyor belt system puts little holes in the darts as a part of the conveyor belt system. This thing chews up darts as a part of its daily function. Alright, so where does that leave us? Cool looking blaster that sits good in the hand. Dope for LARPers, but almost no real use for me in the nerfing world. I'm scared to death to open this thing because I'm afraid its internals are going to be beyond my comprehension. With literally... Did you notice that part of the barrel is square? The priming tube... oh my god, it's so hot I can't talk. That's the plunger tube right there with the dart tooth in it and everything. And then the shroud that has the dart tooth. Maybe you can see that right there. It's a square. Part of the barrel is square. There's literally almost no way to put any additional barrel on this if you want to put like a stronger spring or something in here. I mean, I don't know. Maybe someone wants to try and... Maybe it's screaming for a mod that will just make it like the most amazing thing ever. But I'm not the one that's going to try on it. I'm so hot. Ah! Alright. All things being equal, I have my new test. It's the Retaliator test. I introduced it 2 weeks ago on Interceptor Part 1. If there's a monorail or an interceptor side by side, they're only blasters on the shelf, and you buy one, which do you buy? You buy the Retaliator. Again, another lukewarm recommendation at best. And if you were to tell me there's a monorail and an interceptor on the shelves, which one did you buy? I would say buy the interceptor. Because the interceptor is just a dream to mod. It opens up easy. It mods easy. That's my next video. I'm almost done with it. Very excited about it. And I can't imagine that this thing... I can't imagine there's a tremendous amount of upside to this. It'll take someone very clever, imaginative, engineering, I'm a liberal arts major. I'm not going to give this much more thought than I already have. Which is a shame, because this is a blaster that looks fantastic, but one does not survive on the field of battle with looks alone. Ran it through the Crony. It was consistently in the mid to high 60s with the darts that were provided, as well as with Nerf Elite darts. No noticeable difference. Full vinyl jackets load easier, but I think their fit isn't as good in the plunger tube because the full vinyl jacket darts had a very noticeable decrease in performance. So that's about it. Have you bought a monorail? Are you running into the same problems that I am? I saw a post on Facebook where somebody had to turn theirs back in to get an exchange, so maybe this time I'm not the only one with a lemony blaster. Anyway, if you got a monorail and it's pissing you off as much as it's pissing me off, feel free to throw a comment down in the comments below. There's another Nerf video this week. I know I only try to do one, but Pan War 2 is coming up August 13th, Fort Borst, Centralia, Washington. And I want to kind of, I want to get the interceptor done. I want to be able to say I got that done, and I'll show you the video on what I did to it to hopefully make it into a better blaster. We'll see what happens. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video and listening to me rant about it and how hot it is. And you all take care. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, stay cool. The heat's going to stay with us for several more days. All right, that's it. See you next video. Bye.